Hello class, this is me again. Today I like to talk about engineering design, or specifically talking about orthographic views. Orthographic views is in order for between departments to communicate with each other, so they create some sort of drawings that they look into the object through different angles. Well, no, I want to just talk about like a specific object that you can see here. For instance, if I ask you this object about the dimension, you don't know what's going on. If I ask you what's going on in the back of there, again, it's not going to be an obvious question to answer to this. Is there any moving part or something else is needed? So let's talk about what types of drawing we can have. So this type of technical drawing is the first one is freehand sketches. So freehand sketches are sketches that use to communicate with other people. For instance, you want to show them how your idea look like, so you draw a sketch of the idea. The other sort called instrument drawing, so which are usually isometric drawings that can be used again for further explanation of an idea. And last one is computer drawing or computer models. So everything that you can see here are 3D models. Computer drawing and models is like used, I can say, in a very high degree in industry these days. They use models like CATIA, SolidWorks, or other 3D modeling software to design them. Into projection. So in projection, we can have different sorts of projection. One of them is orthographics. In orthographic projection, we look into the object from different views, angle views. This will be explained further on today. Isometric views are views that you can see here. You can draw it in two lines, which is a line down here and a line down here. And the angle here is 30 degree. So this will be if we don't cover in this class much of this. So let's talk about orthographic projections. So orthographic projections are looking to the object from different angles. For instance, if I want to look into this object, I can look in from where the eyes is. So if you look into this object from the front view, which is down here, if I look into the front view, and then this is the drawing for the front view, you can see up here, and then you can see down here. So if I highlight them, in the highlight you can see down here, which is coming to here, and then up here, which comes to here. So what we like to do, again, I'm going to show you in practice to follow the guidelines and everything else, but look into this object. So if I look to this object, I can have all different views. So if you look into an object like this down here, so you can look into this object from different views. If you look into the front, would be here. So three views that we discuss in this class are front, and then we discuss about the view from the top and view from the right side. So the three views. So in paper, the three views translated like this. Down here is the top, and then we have front, and we have the right side. So if I look into this object, I can see it in different views. So front view is this view, right side is this view, and then the top view is view from the top. So usually you may get confused between front and right, but you don't get confused a lot about the top side. In order to distinguish front view from right side, you just simply look into where the right side of the paper is, and then from there you can figure it out. So basically talking, we're gonna do different lines. So when we construct right side view, left right view, right side, top and front view. So if you look into here, for instance, from the top, what you could see from the top, you could see this triangle, this rectangle. If you look into the front, you can see this. If you look from right side, you can see this. So let's I would like to show you how to draw orthographic view for an isometric object. So in this example, I'm going to just start from a very basic simple cube. So looking at the cube from the top, you can see the yellow highlighted area. If you look from the front, you can see the green highlighted area. Looking from right side, you would be able to purple highlighted area. Now we have 3 dimensions, which is the height, the width, and then the depth would be down here. If I look from the top, on the top I can see the area which is between width and depth. So in order to start with the drawing, let's draw 2 lines to divide the area into 4 pieces. So that's exactly how I'm doing it right now. Down here I'm going to draw the front, and then up here I'm going to draw the top. Down here will be front, and the other side here will be the right side. Now what's going to be here? Here is going to be the mirror line, or 45-degree line, what we call it mirror. Let's start with the top, and then in order to start with the top, I'm going to start from 1 and 1. So just to give some space, we don't want everything to crumble together. So let's give it a 1 and 1 units distance from where I put the point. That will be the starting point. The starting point, we're going to start from right here. So I'm going to use a different color to show it to you from what point I'm in. I'm going to start from down here, from this red point. So down here, red point, how many units I can see on the width? On the width I can see 1, 2, all the way 6 units. So if you look and see that red line, you would be able to see 6 units down there. On the depth, how many units I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 units on the depth. So in order to draw the top view, I would be able to see 6 units down here, and then 4 units up here. So this is the yellow highlighted area that you can see them from the top. Now I want to translate all this dimension into the other views, because I know, like for instance, the 6 units in the area down here, this 6 units actually is common between top and front. So what we do, we use something, we call them guidelines. So I'm going to draw the guidelines down here, another guideline here. So guideline will help me to know where the object is happening in the other view. So they give me some limit. Going from the top view to the right side view, so you continue to hit the mirror line, or 45-degree line, and then you reflect it down. Something look like this. So going from this line down here, then reflecting down. On the front view, we can see the width, which is 6 units, but we can see the height too. So the front view would look like 6 units here and 2 units for the height. So it would be something look like this: 2 units here, 6 units here. And this is exactly what you can see, the green highlighted area that you can see in the front view. Now I want to move on to the right side view. So let's continue these 2 lines, and then they would intersect down here, which is this one is our right side. So let's purple highlight this one so you can see this view. So we are done with very simple cube. So down here is 2, down here is 4. Let's make the problem a little bit more complex. So number 2 that I want to solve is that very similar to number 1, but this time we have a piece taken out of here. So if you look into this problem, you would be able to see that this piece here is missing. Down here I have a missing piece. But again, I'm going to go through the same practice that we talked about. I'm going to look into this object from the top. I'm going to look in from the front. I'm going to look in from the right side. So now if you're looking from the top, you can see a missing piece, right? But if you're looking from front or from right side, you won't notice that that piece is missing. So again, divide the area by 4 pieces. Gonna have the top here, front here, right side here, and mirror line here. So what we can draw, let's start from the corner that we talk about. So if I start from the corner here, so let's give it a space of 1 and 1. Let's start from here. Now if you look into there, you can see if you look from the top, some areas are missing. So what I mean with the missing area, I'm going to make it orange highlighted. This area here is missing, so I don't see this area down here. A 2 unit by 2 units is missing. So when I like to do the start, so I'm going to 2 units here and 2 units are missing down here. So the object would look like this. You start from here, you go 4 units this way, so 2 unit here, 2 unit here, 4 unit here. So what I'm drawing this line here, and then continue up for 4 units, going back, something look like this. So let me just to make it yellow highlighted, so you should be able to see what view I mean. So I mean this one, the top view here, which is the same as down here. I'm going to use the eraser to erase these 2 pieces because they don't exist. Now let's draw the guideline. Guideline would help us to stay within the limit, and then I'm going to continue the guideline from here to here, reflecting down. So another guideline is coming from here to here, reflect down, guideline from here to here, and reflect down. Let's draw the guideline in the other views. So from the top to the front, I have 1 line here, 1 line here, and 1 line here. So now I can complete the objects. The height of object is 2 units. So it would be something look like this. Now down here is a solid line, or we call it a broken line. So whenever you have a brokerage in a broken piece in your view, we can use a broken line. So we use a solid line for somewhere that's broken. So same thing here. So this is going to be the front view, and then right side view is you just simply complete the shape. So 2 more guidelines here, and then this would be the right side view. So I'm going to highlight them to show them to you where they are. So front view is here and here, which translate to the area here. Right side views, I'm going to use the purple. So one right side here, another right side down here, which translate to these 2 pieces here. So I'm done. I draw the orthographic views of the object. So let's look at a little bit more complex example. So in this more complex example, I have an object look like this. So let's divide the area to 4 pieces. And then I'm going to look into this object from different views. So the top view would be looking from here down, that's top. On the right side, sorry, this is going to be the front, and right side would be down here. So into our 2D view, this will be the top, this will be the front, down here is the right side, and up here is 45-degree line, or the mirror line. On the top, if I start with, I can see I'm going to start from a point, as I mentioned before to you. Let's start from a point 1 and 1 down here. So if I start from down here, I'm going to go 2 units here, and then 4 units up here. So 4 units here, 2 units here. Down here I'm going to go 6 units. So you see the line that I draw right now, I just started from here. I draw this line and then I continue, I draw this line. Right now I draw this line. I'm going to continue to complete the shape. So going down, and then 2 units here, going up for 2 units, and then going here, 2 units here, and 2 units here. So this is exactly how I finish it. I came from here, there, and then they're done. So I'm gonna make it yellow highlighted so you can see what area is that. So this is gonna be our top view. To continue more, I'm gonna draw the guidelines. So I use a different color so they stand out. So guidelines will look like this. So we continue from here, down here, then from here down here. I already explained to you that when the line hit a mirror line, it reflects back at 45-degree angle. So let's draw the guideline in the between top view and front view. Now I can complete the shape. This is a little bit. Okay, the height is 2 units. So this height is 2 units. So I'm going to go with 2 units here. Then I already have the guidelines from before. I can simply complete the shape. One solid line here and one solid line here. Every solid line means that somewhere in our view is broken, but we can visibly see that broken piece. So I'm gonna green highlight this area. So showing to you the front view is here, here, and here, which translates to the area here. Talking about right side, let's continue our guidelines that I can simply continue them to the other views. Now that's what I got. Down here there was another guideline, I forgot about that you can go from here to here, down there. So let's finish this one. So the right side view would be something look like this, up, and now I have a complete right side view. But if you're looking from right side, which is, I'm gonna purple highlight it. So this is what we can see from right side, and then this comes to here. But the problem, the issue is that if I look from right side, some areas down here are missing. So when some areas over there are missing, we call it a hidden line. So when you like to represent a hidden line, you're going to use a dashed line. So to use a dashed line, so I'm going to put a dashed line here. Dashed line here means that this area here is hidden. So it's hidden, so that's why I use a dashed line. So wherever something is hidden, so this means if I look from right side, I know something in between is missing, but it's not completely visible. It's not look like our front side. So let's purple highlight this one, and then we are done with this problem. So I'm going to make the problem again from a different view, which is this is going to be the last example that we do today. So looking from the top, looking from front, and looking from right side, then divide the area to 4 pieces. Down here top, front, right side, and then this is going to be the mirror line, which should be the 45-degree angle. So starting from this corner down here, I just start from 1 and 1. Okay, then I will continue 2 units up, which should be this piece, and then 2 units going in, far in, so 2 units going, 2 unit up, 2 unit go in, 1 unit up, and then 1 unit come back. So 2 unit go back, 1 unit up, and then now I can complete the top view. The top view, I started from here, I went here, there, here, and then if you continue, that's how I finished. So 1, 2, 2, 6, 4. So I'm going to draw the guidelines to go to the other views. So this will help me to see other views. So draw the guideline here, and guideline here. So drawing between top and the front. So ready to complete the shape. The height here is 2 units. So 2 unit here. Now I can complete the shape. So if I look into the front, in the front you can see it's complete, but we have a line that's coming down. So this is a hidden line. It's not completely visible if you're from the front, but actually is missing. So this will be hidden line. So that's why I use a dashed line. On the right side view, that's what I see. So continue another guideline from front to the right side, and then look into the intersection of all those lines. So would be something look like this, which you have 2 broken lines. So 2 broken lines. Let me just do purple highlight the right side. This is one of them. One of them is down here, and then the other one is here. Thank you very much for listening to this video. So your homework